Hello, in this video we're going to be multiplying decimals. So the objective here is to multiply decimals accurately. So the method to multiply decimals is to first multiply ignoring the decimals and then place the decimal place in the correct place at the end. So here are some examples. So firstly, we need to do 3.4 times 6. So instead of doing 3.4 times 6, I'm going to times this by 10 to make 34 times 6. I know how to do this using short multiplication. So I'm going to write 3, 4, and then times by 6 like this. So 4 times 6, that's 24, so carry the 2. 3 times 6, that's 18, but plus the 2, that makes 20. So I have 204. But I multiplied 3.4 times 10. So the final answer I need to divide by 10. So 204 divided by 10 is going to be 20.4. There's actually a number of ways you can find where the decimal place goes at the end. So another way, what you could do is you could count how many decimal places are in the question. So in this case, we have 1 decimal place in the question. So our final answer is also going to have 1 decimal place. Another way we could do it is by rounding. So 3.4 could round to 3 and 3 times 6 is 18. So we know the answer is going to be round about 18. Now 20.4 is the closest we can put the decimal place so that it's closest to 18 because 204 that's too big and 2.04 that's too small. So 20.4 is just right. So the next one, I have 0.7 times 0.8. So I'm going to times this one by 10 to make 7, and I'm going to times this one by 10 to make 8, and 7 times 8, that's going to be 56. Because I've times two numbers by 10, I need to divide by 10 twice. So my final answer is going to be 0.56, because if I do 56 divided by 10, that's 5.6, and then dividing that by 10, I get 0.56. So 0.56 is 0.7 times 0.8. The next one, I have 2.35 times 0.4. So rather than doing 2.35 times 0.4, I'm going to do 235 times 4. So I'm going to times this one by 100 and times this one by 10. So 235 times 4, so 5 times 4, that's 20, carry the 2. 3 times 4, that's 12, plus 2, that's 14, carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so I have 940. So I have 940, but because I've times by 100 and times by 10, I need to divide by 100 and divide by 10. So if I first divide by 10, I get to 94, but then I need to divide that by 100, so I need to move the decimal places 2 spaces to the left, so it goes 1, 2, so I end up with 0.94. So here's an exam style question on this topic. So if you want to have a go at this one, pause the video and I'll go through it in a moment. So we need to calculate 3.4 times 1.7. So I'm going to multiply this one by 10 and multiply this one by 10. So I end up with 34 times 17. So 4 times 7, that's 28, so carry the 2. And then 3 times 7, that's 21, plus the 2, that's 23. And then I'm going to put a placeholder of a 0 here. So I'm going to do 1 times 4, which is 4, and 1 times 3, which is 3. So then when I add them, I have 8 plus 0, which is 8, 3 plus 4, which is 7, and 3 plus 2, which is 5. So to get our final answer, I'm going to divide both of them by 10. So I end up with 5.78. So the answer to this one is 5.78. Okay, so here are some quick fire practice questions on this topic. Pause the video, have a go at these, and I'll reveal the answers in a moment. Okay, so well done if you managed to have a go at those. So here are the answers, and that's everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye!